So maybe we'll stick to some Ohio fucks or something.
I'm just kidding.
Bro, well, you don't think? Don't knock me up, bro.
Me, baby, you talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby, you talk to me. Talk to me, baby, you talk to me. Talk to me, baby, you talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby, you talk to me nice. You talk to me, baby, talk to me, baby. You talk to me, baby, you talk to me nice. Yeah. If you talk to me, baby, then come where I stay. Me and the dogs, we back in the lake. Making this money and stay out the way. Take when you text me, saying okay. Taking this shit out day by day.
To another episode of the Blaze Sports Culture Show.
Hello.
We here.
Joined by the Lamborghini leg lock himself.
Yeah. Watch out now.
Before we get into today's episode, I think today's episode is just going to be like the last few weeks we've been doing like topic-based episodes, which I love doing topic-based
those are
episodes.
awesome.
You can come like super prepared, you can come like with facts and shit, and you can just take that topic, put your spin on it. Today is just, we're just going to be everywhere today.
Yeah.
I like these though because they're authentic, you know.
For sure.
Kinda
Did you
shoot-
say you
shoot-
like D's?
D's.
My bad.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's
Immature as
you're-
fuck.
You're,
All right.
you're already starting, man.
Cut it out.
Already start. Before we get
I ain't
into
cutting.
today's episode, let's thank our sponsors real quick. You know, sometimes we forget to do that, and we're absolutely stupid for doing so.
Yeah, shout out to him though. We got Above All Construction with Derek Lewis and the crew. We got Imagine Burger and Brew. Shout out to Scott over there. Got a lot of stuff going on. I think they're out at which fair was it? Howard County Fair. That's where they're at this week. I think the restaurant's actually closed because of that. But yeah, if you want to go get you an Imagine Burger, man, check them out at the fair this week. And then we also got Nicholson Realty, man.
Shout out to all the agents at Nicholson Realty.
And shout out to them.
especially the ones that support us. You know, we have
Facts.
Lexi, Robin, Kylie, Cassie,
And then Nate.
Jenny,
Yeah.
and
They're out
Nate.
there moving some homes too.
Oh yeah, bro. Housing market's been crazy for a while. I mean, as if you follow, any of the social media, you'll see us post, and they're doing work over there at Nicholson. So shout out to them, man.
Shout out to the YouTube page.
Bro,
Actually,
facts out of nowhere, just like
Shout out to you
kind of figuring out
You know,
the
for making
formula.
the
Yeah, shout out
reels.
to Barrow for that.
for sure.
They kind of figured out the
Yeah,
formula.
Juice
there.
has a incredibly huge what do you call it? What do you call
crazy
his-
following,
Like
like
his
a-
crazy following, like people like just watch all of his shit.
like
and
cult
shit.
following, damn near.
Yeah,
Cold
so
Fall, that's what I was thinking.
We'll definitely be doing more episodes like based around like artists that have those following. I was talking to G today about it. I don't know if I told you this. We have to do an Eminem episode.
Oh, yeah, we will.
absolutely.
I mean, regardless of what you say about Eminem, I have my opinions about him. I think they're about the same as everybody else. Like, you're not going to get in a car and bump Eminem and
Right,
shit,
right,
but
right.
you can't. We're going to do
There's
an
a lot
Eminem
of people
episode.
that'll fist fight you over saying something like that
Fuck
too.
yes.
So
Fuck
you ready for
yes.
some hot takes in the Eminem
Yeah.
episode? We
I
got some
think-
others.
Same with the
brewing, too,
Wayne.
so- Oh,
We
yeah,
have a Lil Wayne
right.
episode. I don't know. We could probably do it all in one. I think we wanted to do like his mixtapes versus his albums.
Yeah, because that was the. I think that's like what he had said in an interview. Like nobody could even touch the stage with me in a versus, so it would have to be mixtape Wayne versus album Wayne.
Absolutely.
And that is so hard.
Man, it is really to think about it, but I mean,
That
it's
is
almost.
Shout out to Lil Wayne, man.
hard.
Oh yeah, shout out to Wayne.
But
bro.
like I was saying, is I don't know if we just want to do that episode as itself, or do we just want to do like one big Lil Wayne episode?
Probably two.
Because
separate
man, we're a
episodes.
little bit older than him.
yeah,
So like when Lil Wayne was popping with us, he was like in middle school or something. Lil Wayne was the man.
Yeah,
right.
but
and
you said
I
that the
remember
other
him
day.
from
and,
like Cash Money days.
middle
bro.
school, like that's what like our school dances and like
That's
things
what
like
they're
that. Like
playing?
that's what was playing.
We were like 18, 19, 20,
So you guys
17,
were
18,
getting
19,
it.
20.
Yeah,
And
I mean, he was super hot when I was like freshman, sophomore in
Oh,
high
yeah.
school too, though. I mean, that's like real mixtape Wayne, like Dat Piff every week, 3-4 mixtapes, like that crazy shit, bro. Like Wayne was so popular at one point, kind of diving into that subject. Like he had like people, they weren't even officials, like remixes or songs. People would just throw a Wayne verse on a random beat, and it wouldn't even be the official song. And you'd hear the
Yep.
same recycled verses on 15 different.
Have you seen
beats, man.
I think it's a TikTok where there's like an interview with him and he's like, I don't even remember saying any of it. He doesn't remember
Yeah,
his own
he's like
songs.
the same. He's like the same as Juice,
Yeah, he
bro.
just
Like he just
spits and
goes
it's
in there.
just-
Like I think it was on Jimmy Fallon. He talks about it, and he's like, he was like, so like, what's your process? Like when you go in the booth or whatever, he's like, how do you write your songs? He's like, well, or no, what he asked him was, he was like, you've written over like whatever many songs. And he's like, well, that's not true because I haven't written any songs. And he was like, well, how do you remember your lyrics? And he's like, well, you have a very nice team back in the back that typed my lyrics out for me. So I've been back there studying them.
Right. Speaking of which, someone commented on one of the reel that I uploaded today and said, what do you mean he never wrote his music?
Oh, yeah. Tiffany just read that to me right before I left.
I was like, I commented back, I was like, he never wrote
exactly
anything.
what it says.
Yeah, he never wrote a single song. He
go watch the episode.
I thought you meant he had somebody write his songs for him. No, bro, he's the greatest freestyle ever lived. Like, the greatest. What other episodes we have coming down the barrel?
I think we're going to do another Mac one, a little tribute to Mac, because, I don't know if you guys are big Mac fans, but he was a big influence on me. Like, even starting to make music. Shit. So, I was a big Mac fan. I still listen to Mac today. So.
Well, music aside, the NFL season is coming up, and that's just going to be – it's going to be –
We got a lot brewing, bro. Yeah. We got some good stuff coming.
I want to do, because we're doing, do you call it like a bio? Is it called like a biopic?
Biopic, yeah.
We're kind of doing biopics, with our own little spin on it. I kind of want to do
that's like an actual movie though, isn't that like the label on that? Like that's the actual movie. Like
what's a biopic?
What are we doing? I'm trying to think. Like they're doing one with Bob Marley. Like it'll be a theatrical release, where it's somebody else actually playing them, but it's based on their life.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'd say just a tribute, probably. They're just kind of tributes to the...
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. This would be the last episode I will be on for...
About a month?
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe a month, depending on...
Old Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Old Mama Bear.
Yeah.
A little Halle girl.
So it'll be G, Lucky B, and
the young one, Chris.
And the young one.
So... we're going to keep it rocking.
We're going to hold it down, bro.
I'm excited. Uncle G's ready to meet little Hallie, so.
I think we have a fun episode brewing.
I think we got a couple, actually.
We got a lot, bro.
We got
really.
some. We got
to
some.
sit and think about it, we kind of freak out about, what we're going to do episodes with, but we've talked so much that we got, I don't know, maybe it's just me.
I get
anxiety about it sometimes.
We have so much shit, because what I want to do with this show, this is what this show is going to be. Yeah. Remember what I was saying before the show started?
Yeah.
This is what happens? Yep. This is what the show's going to be. This is going to be us explaining the direction that we're taking this show.
Bingo. And the brand,
so,
not just the show.
This show is
I'm working on my brand, man.
My brand. This show is the Blade Sports Culture Show.
Facts.
Right, so you would automatically assume it's a show about sports and culture.
Cuban link chains.
What I want to do, and I'm sure everybody else is on board with this, is I want to differentiate ourselves from everybody else. I want to be able to pull the girls. I want to be able to pull the kids, the men. Yeah, I want every demographic, at least when they're scrolling their YouTube or when they sub,
multi-dimensional.
There's stuff on our channel that they can watch. Yeah, I want to get into true crime.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do all that, bro.
That is a big one that I want to get into. The thing about true crime is we have to be on our shit with true crime.
Facts.
Because when you start talking about cases and just missing persons and everything like that in general, you have to be
100% factual.
Well, you're dealing with livelihood, so you're
also dealing if we do a missing persons case, not a well-known one, but whatever. The family of the person who's missing is going to be watching YouTube for videos. So they're going to want to, know that. I have so many ideas about that shit. Yeah. I have so many ideas about that. I want to get more into conspiracies.
Oh, yeah.
That is unlimited. Unlimited with conspiracies.
All day.
I'm with that.
Someone said that we need to be doing more sports stuff. I want to so bad. Trust me, I want to. The thing is I'm not a big baseball guy. Yeah. I don't discredit baseball fans. Yeah. I'm not a big baseball guy. But, are we excited about baseball, the entire season of baseball?
There's definitely people that are, but I don't think that's not, what we're aiming to do. It's almost like we're trying to put everything under one umbrella that we're interested in. You know what I mean? Here at the Blade Sports Culture Show. But
just look at it as hot trending topics.
So until the ultimate goal is I want to have several shows, right?
Right.
When we talk about fights, we can talk about fights, or we can talk about fights. You see what I'm saying?
Not to interrupt you, I think it's always been something that we don't want to, kind of what you just said. We don't want to come off like we know a certain sport that we're really not super interested in. Like, yeah, we've covered a little bit here and there of every sport, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm not going to go in on an episode that I'm just like not going to be super knowledgeable about. You know,
Absolutely.
It's like kind of like
because then it's fake.
we got to go get the knowledge, but at the same time, we want to do stuff that we're interested in, and we want to draw that crowd that is interested in what we're interested in. You know what I mean?
Like when football season starts, I don't want to like discriminate against sports, you know, but football's football.
Yeah, football.
Like everybody watches fucking football. There's some people that don't, and if you don't watch football, you're at least betting on football.
And
Like
football is a couple times a week for how many months? You know what I mean?
I've been dreaming about.
Like we can
football
we can go ahead and make announcements. What I want to do with football is we're going to have our own football show.
Yeah.
Whether it's me and you, me and you, whether it's all three of us, it don't matter. Football is going to be separate from this. It has to have its own show.
And even if it's just like
Like a 15-minute episode.
Right.
Like it can just be like.
You know what we could do too is like even if we don't have time to come to the studio, like you see it all the time with podcasts, like where it's like a webcam or our phones, like you know what I mean. And
Brad
like,
and them's podcast.
If we're just straight talking about sports, like that
Brad
could be
and them's
something
podcast,
I could edit together.
Yeah,
and
Brad and them's
it'll look good.
podcast is like that.
Yeah.
The Jocks Only, they do Zoom.
shout
call.
out to those guys too.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, shout out to Brad at least. He came through.
Yeah, just
very
something
knowledgeable.
Just something to think
Can't
about.
wait to have him back on, man.
We also, what have we done like activity wise? We did the weird food combos. We've done food reviews, which
Yeah.
I don't
We did the
know.
Laugh You Lose. We did.
Oh yeah, I want to do more of those. I want to find better videos this
Absolutely.
time. Yeah.
That was just a test run. So like, I mean, we'll clip something.
Well,
together.
we just grabbed some like we just searched on YouTube. Like there were some funny ones, but there's way like
It could have been better.
it could have been way better.
I think we're gonna get away from food reviews.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's an avenue I want to go down for several reasons. Someone wants us to do a Hot Ones episode. I'm down.
I'm down.
You
for
start.
sure.
You say chicken wings.
Yeah.
You're talking my love language.
Man.
It's
Like,
not God.
I mean, I would love to do a Hot Ones episode.
Do you think you can handle it though?
Oh fuck yeah! I mean, we did the one chip challenge. You couldn't handle it.
I handled it better than you, and I made it 5 minutes without drinking water.
Oh
That's
yeah.
probably why your asshole
He
burned.
did kill it though.
Up in
I did. See, thank
He
you.
did actually beat the challenge.
Thank
but
you,
it's
G.
not. I don't think it's a real W.
Thank.
But you're welcome. I don't think you win like shit in your pants and stuff.
Just give him the goat chain.
I'm
dude.
gonna head out.
I was gonna do acronym, but I'm not gonna.
We want to do more activity episodes. We did weird food. I think we're gonna have a Jeopardy episode, like an authentic-ish
Yeah.
Jeopardy episode, which he had an idea. I think we can go ahead and say it. We want to do like okay, so like it's me, you, and Chris, right? And he's Alex Trebek. Is Alex Trebek?
Yeah.
I
R.I.P.
don't
though.
know.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Alex.
Alex Trebek, RP. Okay.
Was.
So we get 3 of the Wonder Bread displays
Oh my god.
and
as
use those as podiums.
Yeah.
We're
like
just
that.
standing there.
And we'll tease it a little bit, and that's why too. Like at the end of this, like I wanted to kind of do like a speed run just to see how it goes.
Yes.
So
I
like,
love the idea of using the displays as podiums. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I said that in the pool today, and he was like, "That could work."
Yeah,
that could work.
that'd
It's
be
a
fun.
perfect set. Like the real question is, shout out Wonder Bread. Do we give them the free advertisement or do we throw the sheets over them like fucking Michael Jackson did?
Oh, they're getting the sheets, but
They're getting the blanket
sheets.
sheet.
Honestly, I might reach out and see if they'll sponsor us.
We already got
We
shut
already
down.
did. We got shut down.
We already got shut
Yeah.
down. Yeah, for no fucking reason.
Well,
at
hey,
all.
Yeah, got them a account.
Try-
I take them a check every week from
try
our
again.
sponsor for
Yeah.
about in between $600 and $1,500, and they wouldn't sponsor us at all. Shout out to them.
Yep. NDA, non-disclosure agreement. We have to blur out that number, but we don't give
Yeah,
a
I'll
fuck.
make sure I bleep it.
He said we don't give a fuck.
She's so
Yeah,
mad.
you got to edit that out, but I'm still pissed. Just start it right there.
I mean, I think that's it for like the state of the show. Well, we should do this every now and then, like state of the show.
It's the state of the show address.
The state of the show
I
address.
love it. That's the title.
Buck's got to dress up like Mr. 9/11 himself, Mr. September.
What do they call her? The Benghazi bully.
Yeah,
the Benghazi bully.
Well,
Hillary Clinton.
Speaking of dress up,
George Bush, Ricky.
so
Holy shit!
when we do this little Jeopardy challenge, because it's a little G versus Barrel action, you guys
love
gonna
it.
make a nice little friendly wager of somebody dressing up to the
If we're gonna
winner's
dress
choice?
up, I want.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, I'm not gonna be here for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, and that's fine. Just when the next
When I come
episode we do
back-
it together.
I wear a LeBron James size small jersey.
Yeah, as long as it's not like I don't want to put like.
No, I mean it won't.
I don't want to put like.
I look like Lenny Balls, but I don't care.
It's to the.
I don't care.
And you gotta eat ice cream the whole episode.
Hey, what he did that shit in the MGK episode. That might be me.
That's
that
fine.
you?
Yeah.
He did that shit in the MGK episode. He had a fucking super tight black and white striped tee on. He had his head spray painted red.
My God.
How's your back, Toddy? He said it's hurting. Got to
you
get
a
the
chair,
back.
Bob.
Oh, speaking of that, I mean,
about
we're trying to
that?
get a couple different things rolling with camera angles. And
Yeah,
better
we're gonna
mics,
bring a
and
better overall quality show to you guys.
All about the experience, you know.
At some point, I was telling him today, I want to get in here and redo this set. Like the jerseys are tight, but at some point we got to get fucking frames
And also
for 'em.
soon to be on Spotify. Check us
Soon
out.
to be on Spotify for sure.
Lego.
Might do a poll on which jerseys to leave up here.
I want to get this set. I've told you this 100 times, but I want everybody to have like their own individual like space on the tables. Like
I want that
set,
too.
Like,
I want like my fucking
like
snacks and shit
his
right
has
there.
a name tag on it that says Glucky B.
Snack God Bar,
Yeah, Snack God.
Big B, Little G.
Go ahead, fire.
No, I got nothing to say.
Got nothing to say.
Man.
Do we want to do trivia now, or do we just want to bullshit and talk about other shit? Want to get into some UFC?
How long I
don't even know how long we've been going.
I'm like, I'm ready for like some UFC talk. We don't have to dive deep into it, but also like they
Let's
announced
do-
the Francis fight, so like we can just brush over that
Let's
stuff.
do Volk, Yair,
Yeah.
preview Izzy, Drakus,
Yeah.
and talk Fury and Ganu. Like fire them off, breeze.
Okay.
Start.
Just go with the first one. Volk and Yair. It's just Volk doing what he does to everybody. I thought maybe Yair could have came in and landed something early. He's so unorthodox and he throws a lot of like wild shots sometimes, but he's still crisp. But I mean, it's just what Volk does to everybody. It's almost like it's almost like they're going to an execution anymore. Like
You got
they go
the
out there
overall
and he
number
just
one.
does. He just does what he's gonna do to everybody.
Is
Like,
that the fight coming up at the end of this month?
No,
that
actually
just happened this past weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah, yeah.
Volk beat him in the third round.
Yeah, knocked him out in the third round.
Yep.
Kind of punched him out. It wasn't
Gave
really
him
like
the
a-
numbers. I can't remember
Maybe I did see it.
what pound for pound rankings it was. They actually moved him up to the overall number one.
I think so. Yeah, I didn't look, but I'm sure. I mean, with that
Yeah.
win,
And he's more active than Islam.
right.
Drakus knocking out Whitaker. Izzy setting up the Battle of Africa.
And it's almost that fight is so. It's almost weird to say this, but like Drakus and Bobby Knuckles, the way they strike is very similar. If you watch that fight, I think Drakus isn't so much blitz forward as kind of that's Bobby's style. Is like he blitzes forward kind of like the karate style, but he's a very good wrestler too. But he got beat kind of the same way that like Bobby puts people out, if you get what I'm saying. So like he just kept the pressured forward. He walked right through everything that I mean, Bobby landed some shots, but like he just kept walking through and eventually the volume was just too much for him, bro, and he punched him out. And you know, I don't know what you think. You've watched a lot of the Izzy fights. I just don't see anybody being able to do that to Izzy, man. It's like
No, that dude's a
because
beast.
what I'm saying, the reason I say that is because like you look at the first knockout when Robert fought Izzy, it's a lot of that blitz forward and explosion, a lot of punches in a row, and Izzy would just step back counter, and he eventually in that fight knocked him out with this literally moving backwards, left hook, sprayed him down and dropped him, and then followed up with the right.
The reason Alex Pereira was able to beat Izzy like he did and like pretty much beat Izzy's rival nemesis was because of how big he is and his range and Izzy's range. They come from kickboxing, so they both have ridiculous range. Izzy's going to keep range with anybody he fights. You're not going to be able to get in there like he did with Bobby.
No.
Like it's just going to be counter.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
smart
just
fighting.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
what Izzy does to a lot, you know, and a lot of people will say his fights, his championship fights are boring because of that. But it's like if you can't hit the guy, like it might be boring sometimes because he's going to hit you. But at the same time,
a
like
lot of boring ass fights.
yeah, Izzy doesn't have like a lot of just like, hey, boom, one shot and you're down. Like that's probably Izzy's best knockout in the UFC was when he knocked out Pereira, bro, in the second match.
Well, I think people forget to realize sometimes about like these fights is that like it's entertainment for us, but they're not always like they're trying to entertain you, but like they're fighting to survive, right? So like they're not like thinking in their head like, oh, I'm just gonna go in there and knock
Izzy
this
has
dude
a
out.
lot more to lose than Drakus, and this is this ain't like a legacy fight for Izzy. No. Like this
is a fight he can't take lightly. This is what it is. Like he can't lose this fight, and he can't take. I know he's not going to.
He
but
took a lot of that personally.
Right, and that's. I mean, you saw it in the when they went face to face, bro. I was actually.
He said some words we're not going to say.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised that Izzy went that route, but you can tell he's very passionate about fighting this dude.
Well, he said that he made a point because if you don't know what we're talking about, this dude that he's fighting is quote unquote a white guy, but he's from Africa.
He's from South Africa, which was at one time I think ruled by Australia or maybe even
predominantly
the English,
white people, right?
So it's a lot of South Africans, and they have an Australian accent, so that's how Buddy talks.
So, and Israel Adesanya was born in Nigeria, but he was raised. He was raised in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
New Zealand. So leading up to this fight, Dricus was pretty much saying, you're not a real African. You're not a real African.
And he was calling himself the king of Africa.
And Izzy ended up calling him a cracker.
And at this time, too, there's 3 African champions, too.
So Izzy called him a cracker or whatever, and Izzy caught some fire for it because of the racial slur. He's like, okay, I'm not allowed to call him a cracker. Skip to this face-off they had. He goes, I'll let you, you can go ahead and put in that the face-off.
Yeah, he dropped.
Pretty much what you said, what up?
Yeah,
oh my God.
If I can't call you a cracker, that's what I'm calling.
And he said it about 15 times in a row.
15 times, letting me know, hey, this is what I'm calling.
I got to watch that.
It's going to be such a good
I was actually kind of surprised that Izzy handled it like that. That's the first time I've seen him kind of get out of character. So.
And now when is this fight?
This is going to be
probably in the fall.
I don't think they've scheduled it yet, but it's like in these UFC fights, you can kind of see who the next fight's going to be based off who's recently fought and then who's lost to the champion. So like a lot of times, like it might be the number 7 guy, but Izzy's mowed through everybody. Which I mean, Dricus just took Bobby out, so he's going to be what 2 now?
Yeah.
So he gets the next title shot.
And Izzy's one of the biggest draws in the UFC. Yeah. So if I was a betting man, I would put that on the end of the year card.
Yeah.
They like to stack the end of the year cards. Boom, 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 boom. It wouldn't surprise me if they had like Jones, Stipe, Izzy, and then like bang, 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 like right in a row.
Yeah, Ohio guy.
I know.
I mean, that's a big fight too. They announced John Jones and Stipe. I'm kind of, I don't know, man. I'm kind of.
You're not doing it.
No, I'm not going to. I'm picking Jones 100%. It's just I'm kind of nervous about his striking, bro. What I saw out of him in that first fight, even though it lasted very short, like he looked kind of funky out there. Like he wasn't used to moving that big frame around that he has now. From 205 to 260 something is a big step up, bro. And that's how much he looked kind of slow out there.
I'll say this before 2 years ago, if we'd have talked about this fight 2 years ago, I'd probably pick Stipe.
Yeah.
Getting knocked out the way he did and putting on the age, it's a little bit different.
And he hasn't fought since that knockout.
And he hasn't fought since that knockout. That's it tests people when you get knocked out like that.
But like
and
you
then
just
you
said,
come
he
back
hasn't
to fight.
fought since, and it's like I look at it as like he's a dog, right? So that's like if I'm in that situation, right, and I'm not a fighter, so I don't know,
right?
But like. If I'm getting knocked out, I'm coming back bigger and stronger and better. You know what I mean?
Like outside looking in, yeah. Like that would be my mindset. But like these guys say, like getting knocked out will change.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
like it changes.
Yeah. I mean, some people it don't affect them as much. They've actually said now that certain people are more susceptible to concussions and shit. So like there's like certain genes that even like. You could get hit in the head. I can get hit in the head the same, with the same force, and you might end up way worse than me. You know what I mean? Like they're really saying that now. I've watched a lot of podcasts about like psychedelics and how they're trying to use those to help like brain injuries, guys that have CTE, shit like that.
Same with like ketamine too, right?
Yeah.
They're like microdosing
that. A lot of them, bro. It's like MDMA,
shrooms, all that
they're
stuff.
They're using all that stuff to try to help guys with brain injuries. So
we gotta think the government's been doing studies like that for a long time, right?
So stay tuned for the conspiracy shit.
Stay tuned for the conspiracy.
I can't wait. I'm still debating on what the first conspiracy episode will be. We gotta go
deep on the first one.
Here's the thing. Like me and my wife Erica have talked about this. Do we want to go like? Do we want to go?
Surprised you were still
big time cases, or do we want to dive into cases that aren't as known?
I think the biggest thing we got to stick to is like if we're going to do this, there's so many people doing it that like we have to find something that nobody's really touched on.
That's why we said it might be good to like, because obviously once we get into true crime and stuff like that, we're going to pull a female audience.
Yeah.
Maybe doing cases that aren't as big. that are actually super like
a local case or like
you could do local cases because there's some shit that's happened around here, but also
I don't know if I'd want to do local cases because then we'd have people on our melon top and they could pull up.
That's
views and engagement. Though.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't mean that.
I'm about to come engage you with this AR-15, buddy. For talking about
me.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, so maybe we'll stick to some Ohio fucks or something. I'm just kidding.
Bro, well, you don't think? Don't knock me up, bro.
He said, "Don't knock me up." That's like my favorite thing about the Pat McAfee show. How he always calls fucking what the fuck's his
Connor?
name? No, the dude that played up for Ohio State and he played.
The Ohio fuck AJ Hawk.
Yeah, that's where he gets
AJ Hawk.
Yeah, the Ohio fuck AJ Hawk. That's like my favorite shit. I haven't slipped it in yet, but
Ohio's great.
I mean, I've had fun every time. I remember. I don't know if I told you guys. I might have fucking said this like last week or the week before, but I went to work in Ohio one time, and Zoe was like 4 or 5, and he was like, I was telling him, I'm like, hey, bro, I got to go to Ohio for the next couple days. And he was like, do they speak Spanish there? And I was like, hell yeah, bro. Tacos,
He said, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
We want to do anything else?
Let's do the little quick round of Jeopardy real quick.
It shouldn't take long. Yeah. Open your phone up.
Do you want to
Open
take a
your
break
phone.
real quick? Or just run it?
Probably just run it.
Just run that shit.
Yeah, he's got it.
All right.
All right, so we're just doing Jeopardy.
Do we have to answer like a question?
So
it's gonna be a head-to-head, and so
What
like
is
if I lose,
bussy.
if I lose, I show up to the next episode wearing a size small LeBron James jersey.
What do I gotta wear? I don't want to wear like girl clothes, bro. I'm trying to keep my masculinity up. I'm going bald and shit, bro.
A what?
Aunt Millie, sure, that's crazy.
An Aunt Millie.
How about you gotta wear?
That'd be fucking celebration for him.
You're gonna get me fired.
How about you gotta wear a Browns jersey?
A Browns jersey? I'll wear a Browns jersey.
Well, I mean, it's your guys. It's one-on-ones.
You'll wear a Browns jersey. You got a Browns jersey you can wear?
It just depends on who it is.
No.
Probably Tim Couch or something.
I like Tim Couch.
Okay,
Well,
it
Johnny
won't be.
Manziel.
Tim
He's
Couch.
pretty good. Then he used to be on ESPN for
It'll
a
be a
while?
Baker Mayfield jersey.
Baker Mayfield jersey.
Oh, I fuck with Baker Mayfield,
Me
bro.
too. I love it.
Ever since I've seen that dude fucking hit him
unlock
with
your phone
the
again?
nut grab on when he was at Oklahoma, I'm
Yep.
like, I love this dude. Because that's the shit I'll be doing.
Let me go ahead and turn off display and brightness.
Cool, appreciate it. But yeah, so it'll be just one-on-one. You don't have to answer what is. I mean, when we get to the actual like event, we will.
But what if I want to? Is that acceptable?
Absolutely,
Also?
please do. Okay, so we're gonna do two teams.
I'm excited for the Hot Ones episode.
Me too.
We need to make sure we put that down the barrel.
Who's cooking? Are we cooking the wings here?
Probably just pick up wings somewhere.
What about an outside event where we cooked, like grilled out and like made it so it's not an episode and it's an actually like
Well, that's what we were supposed to do with the guys at the brewery. We were going to start doing episodes there, but
that might be just something.
Maybe we need to reach
something
out
to think
them.
about. Something to brew.
That'd be cool to do an episode up there, like when there's actual people there that aren't just like about the podcast.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
All right, so I
Back to
have
it.
5 categories for you, gentlemen. Okay,
How many questions?
25.
25.
So it's gonna be 5 of each.
5
so
per
it's-
category.
So you got $100 or 100-point value,
Okay.
200, 300, 400, and 500, just like Jeopardy. I got basketball, baseball, football, social media, and video games. So those are your 5 categories.
Oh, I'm about to get clapped on the video game section.
No, they're not. They're not bad.
Bub, you don't understand. Never been a video gamer, but that's all right. Let's get it. I'm ready.
I'll always change it up at the end.
100.
So, okay,
100, Alex.
For what category?
Let's do video games. Let's get that the fuck out.
He said, "Let's get it out the way." Okay. So what person? What first?
Hold on. Stop. How do we know who's answering?
So we talked about this. So like, should you guys just tap the? That don't sound good in the mic. Let's just speed run it. Just say, yeah, tap the water bottle. Don't you actually you have to make the sound effect,
Okay.
or I don't count it.
Or we just raise our hand.
Todd, be on this, bud. Come on.
Okay.
We just raise our hand.
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
For 100 points.
I think this is better.
Okay.
You just gotta tap it. Just don't be
Yeah.
violent.
You got to keep your hand on the table though.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Hand on the table.
no
All right.
cheating, bro. Come on. You ever watch Jeopardy? All right.
Fuck no, I'm not 100.
No, Jeopardy. They got the
Okay,
fucking.
shh. Let me do this. For 100 points, what first-person battle royale game was popularized over quarantine that made by Activision? Borrow.
Wait,
Made
made by Activision?
Hold on. How long does it get? 5,
First person, you said? Oh, Blackout.
10.
Ooh, the correct answer was
I know it.
Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh, dude. What the fuck? I was wrong too.
I'm an idiot.
Minus
He said
100.
fucking quarantine.
I was gonna
Alright.
say Apex.
So since Carl got it wrong, G, you are up again.
Let's do 200.
200?
Yeah.
Little 200 boy? Okay, for
Video
200
games.
points,
Thanks,
what
Alex.
video game has the most downloads to this day? Garrett?
Fortnite.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect.
Do I get to steal?
You can steal, yeah.
Is it
Most
steal?
downloads?
There's not stealing Jeopardy. This is a fucking outrage.
This is Lucky Bees Jeopardy.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes
And it's
sense.
actually, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it's Jeopardy. It's
Most downloads or buys? Like most downloads or buys? Most downloads.
Most downloads to this day. You know this.
GTA 5.
Incorrect. Minecraft.
Oh my
So-
god! I should have known the kids.
So
bro.
I'm not gonna
fucking kids.
I'm not gonna minus it from you, but I am gonna minus it from Garrett. Minus 200. So it's minus
fucking
100,
outrage.
minus 200. Okay.
We're in the negative already.
Carl, next category.
What options do I have to choose from?
Basketball. I almost said basketball. Basketball.
movie.
Bussy ball.
Bussy, bro. Garrett's on this bussy kick lately, bro.
Bro, go listen. I don't know what the song's called, but
The pork chop
I've been
song.
saying it for like
Okay,
the pork
basketball, football, baseball, social media, and video games.
Football.
400.
400.
400.
Damn. He said,
Okay.
"How old is you?"
For 400 points. This university has the most players in the College Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, come on, bro.
Miami University.
Incorrect. Would you like to steal?
I'm gonna go the Ohio State University,
Ooh.
sir.
Also
Probably
incorrect.
Notre
Damn
Dame.
it.
Notre
It
Dame.
is.
That
Because
was
they
my
were the
that was
killers,
my
like
sec-
in the fucking.
That was my second guess. It
Yeah,
was my,
back when everything was black and
I
white.
just thought Miami had so many fucking demons on it.
I thought
Yeah.
both of those were good guesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I should
G.
have said no.
We suck, bro.
It is your
I knew
board.
It, I knew it was
I'm like
Notre Dame.
negative.
It is negative 500.
It's looking like my bank account right now.
Yeah, the watermelon would already have exploded.
You'd be putting so many rubber bands. Hey, don't spoil it. Okay, G, it's your board.
All right. Let's go back to video games for 300, Alex. Thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
For 300
Love you.
points, what arcade game involves colored blocks that you stack on top of each other to get
Tetris, my boy.
Tetris, my boy, for
300.
300 points?
Hold on.
You
Well,
are in the positive.
I'm in the green. Let's go.
Get my ass.
Okay, it's
whooped.
still your board.
All right, let's go video games for 500, sir.
You're gonna just skip over 4.
Oh, I thought I was on 5. My bad. 400.
Okay, we're gonna do 400. Video games for 400. What is the most streamed game on Twitch? Was that a buzzing?
Of all time or current?
He fucked
All
up.
time?
All time? GTA 5.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna give you one more guess. Let's say within the past 10 years.
most streamed game.
Most streamed game on Twitch.
Fortnite.
Incorrect. You want a chance to steal? I'm gonna start my.
Okay. I'm gonna go Roblox.
I don't even want to guess it because you're right. I wasn't thinking about it. It's League of Legends.
League of Legends.
Yeah.
Yep.
What the hell is that?
It's a fucking.
It's like a.
fucking nerd game. You have
Hey,
to be Todd to play it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, G, it is your board.
Todd said, "Yeah, zoom in on the nostril. Fucking got something in your teeth."
Yeah. Yeah, he said about to zoom in right here.
Yeah, I don't
Get
know
that
that
jelly roll angle right there.
Got JR coming through.
JR.
500.
500.
Let's just do 500.
Okay. For 500 points. This game involves 2 paddles and a ball that is similar to tennis. It is also the first video game.
Pong.
Pong is
Pong it
Did you
is.
say pung?
No, I
I
said,
think I get to
I
steal.
said pong.
Pong is correct. G, you have 600
Get my
points.
ass
Carl, -9. Okay, G, it's still your board.
Let's go basketball for 100.
Basketball for 100. This former NBA player is considered the GOAT of bat.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan
Just
is
cat
correct.
light reflexes. -800.
-800.
I disagree. I'm just kidding.
That's
That's a tough one. You can't just.
an opinion.
Yeah, that's an opinionated question.
Basketball for 200.
It's
Because I Kobe.
basketball for 200. How many teams are in the NBA? Garrett.
28.
The correct answer is incorrect. Carl, would you like to steal?
32.
Incorrect. 30. But
Damn.
I'm gonna minus that from G though. Okay, Carl,
Thanks.
it's still your board.
Appreciate you
I mean, you answer first.
announcing that.
Video games. What do
Oh,
I
yeah,
have?
shit.
No, video games is
We're wiped that one out.
Social.
social media
for 100?
For 100.
500.
for 100. For 100 points, what app got popular by the YouTuber named Speed? Carl.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it was
Tie
him.
goes to the runner.
I don't think I'm going to get it anyways. Rumble? No.
Twitch. Fuck, I suck.
I've actually never even heard of this.
I've never heard of it.
It's called Talking Ben. Never heard of it.
Yeah, they're gay as hell. That's gay as hell.
Yeah, I've never. Sorry to Talking Ben. But
if you guys want to give us a deal or something, though, come holler. So
Yeah,
I was just joking.
Yeah. Carl, still your board.
Social media for 200.
All right.
200.
200 points. What social media got popular over the course of quarantine? Carl. TikTok is correct.
Damn it! I was wrong anyways. I was gonna say that's probably not even social media. I was thinking Zoom.
Okay, Carl, still your board. Let me just go down social media.
That's probably not even fucking right, bro. It's probably Zoom the whole time.
It is right. Speaking of TikTok, for 300 points, TikTok is banned in what countries?
Countries?
I will give it to you if you.
How many answers are there?
There's 2. I don't know how you guys don't know this. That was me.
Oh.
I'm fucking lost, Alex.
5 seconds.
France?
Incorrect. Garrett, would you like a chance to steal?
I'm gonna say.
If you steal, I'm gonna minus points.
I'm gonna say Canada.
It is China and India.
It's not. Oh, China's got a different fucking app, but it's
TikTok
the
is
same shit.
banned. Okay, social media for 400.
But it's their company, isn't it? Isn't it Chinese
They
company?
got the fancy Nancy TikTok.
They ban their own shit. That's what you should know right there. What the hell are we doing? Keep eating donuts.
Okay, for 400 points. Who is the most followed person on
Welcome
Instagram?
to Chitty Walk.
I want a chitty chicken, chitty beef.
Did you guys hear the question?
No.
Oh my god.
We're ordering at Chitty Walk. Sorry.
Chitty Walk. Who is the most followed person on Instagram? Person on Instagram, Carl.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo is correct.
That dude's fucking got so much money.
Carl, with
they
the
showed his
comeback.
earnings against like every American athlete, and it was just like
It's insane.
Baby dick. Yeah.
bars went out on the graph.
Okay, for 500 points. What
gotta
was
get back
the
in this.
first social media networking site? Garrett.
Facebook.
I think this is a trick question.
Hold on. I fucked up. I already fucked up.
I'm gonna say.
It's a 500-point question, and I've never heard of this.
Fuck.
Well, then I'm done. I was thinking
it was gonna be MySpace, but I was gonna say
MySpace.
it could be Yahoo or Yahoo.
No, it's something called 6 Degrees. Never heard of it. I guess it was the first social media site. Okay, do we want to move on to...
Imagine being the first and not capitalizing on that.
Yeah, that dude probably is hurting. Okay, do we want to move on to...
He was probably like one step away from blowing up, too. Like, he
Bas-
didn't have, like, Messenger or some shit.
Yeah.
Right. We're going to do basketball for 300. What team was Coach... I'm going to pronounce this wrong. Coach Krzyzewski's first and final loss?
Ooh. Coach Krzyzewski?
Coach K, yeah. Coach Krzyzewski.
Krzyzewski.
It was his first and his last loss?
Yeah.
Who the
They
fuck did
got
get beat
smacked
by?
in their last game, too. Like, in his last game, they got beat by, like, something stupid.
North Carolina.
North Carolina?
Yeah.
It's got, bonus, I will give you an extra 100
I'm about to look
points
up the score of that
if you
game,
know
too.
where.
They clapped them.
Where?
Yeah.
Rupp Arena.
It was in the tournament. Final Four. Fuck.
You got this.
I almost said Atlanta. Houston? Or
Chapel Hill?
Chapel
At
Hill,
North
that's North Carolina.
they didn't get beat. He got beat at North Carolina, or is that the first loss?
His first loss and final loss.
We're both there.
I thought they got beat in the tournament by them in the Final Four.
Oh, they didn't get clapped. It says the last game was March 5th, 2022 against North Carolina. They lost 94-81. So, I mean, it's kind of a clapping. Not as bad. I thought
Not March 5th during tournament time. They played at fucking Chapel Hill.
It might have been ACC tourney. I don't think they made the tourney as last year, is what I'm saying. Did they?
Hey, bro, I just asked
I don't think they
questions.
did. I don't think they made the tourney as last year there. It was like a fucking AC. I'm pretty sure it was a.
You could be right. Probably ACC tourney.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
All right, basketball for 400.
All right, bet.
What player has the second most points in an NBA basketball game?
Kobe Bryant.
Fuck.
81 against
Kobe
the Raptors.
Bryant.
I want to see a replay on that shit.
dropped a
It was
81.
close. I think he just smacked it loud.
Remember the commercial where they fucking just flame Jalen Rose? Like Kobe's eating dinner and they walk up and they're like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he says something like, "Did you leave a tip?" He's like, "Yeah, like $81 or something." It was something like that.
All right, basketball for 500. What college team won the NCAA national championship in 2017? I wasn't watching.
Was it UConn?
No.
I get steal.
Yep.
What year was it?
You have a chance to take the
won?
lead. 2017.
Was it not Kansas?
What year was it? No, that might. I think I know what it is now. I just fucked up.
5 seconds.
I know what it is.
It wasn't fucking Duke, but it wasn't Duke.
3,
It's after Duke.
2, 1.
Villanova? No.
Incorrect. I will not take points away from you. It is North Carolina.
Yes, because they beat fucking Kentucky that year. The kid hit that was the year that fucking Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox played, and they fucking hit a buzzer beater against Kentucky in the tournament.
All right, we're gonna do 3 more football questions, and then I'm gonna do a final Jeopardy question with you guys. Okay, football for 100.
God,
so
I would've got that.
The current score is -200, Carl, to 0, G. Very close game.
We are fucking killing
For 100 points.
Pretty good at golf.
Pretty good at golf. What team was at the center of the Deflategate scandal? Carl.
Carl.
Well, I mean, it was 2, but it was the Patriots and the Colts.
Yeah.
Patriots is correct for 200 points. These 2 teams are the only 2 teams that went 0-16 in a season. Carl.
The Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions.
Motherfucker, I knew it too.
The 2 worst franchises in the NFL.
I cannot believe I just got
Wow.
That's insane. Can I get a little buzzer for Carl just took the lead?
I think that might be something I screen record. Yeah.
No. Did you see my face of shock? I didn't know what I was knucking to.
You were like,
usually I say, dude, don't give me knucks to that. Okay, for 300 points.
God damn it.
Who won the 2022 college football championship?
2022.
Carl?
I'm getting murdered.
Alabama. No, Georgia.
I'm sorry, Carl. I'm going to have to take your first answer. It is, in fact, Georgia.
I didn't even get a chance to steal. That's bullshit.
That's my fault. But he's losing.
I should get the points because he shouted out the answer.
No, maybe next time.
I tried.
Okay, final.
I knew it was Georgia.
So right now it is -200.
Let's go. I haven't
0.
answered a question in forever, and I'm winning. Let's go.
Okay, last question. I mean, we could do the baseball too if you want, but
fucking struggling, Todd.
500 points. These 3 teams are tied for the most players that have been awarded the Heisman Trophy.
These 3 teams?
3. I will accept 2.
If you're going to accept 2, it's got to be Notre Dame and Alabama.
Ooh, incorrect. Gee, would you like to steal?
Yes, I'm going to go Heisman-wise.
Fucking USC.
Ohio State and Texas. I got 1, right?
Yeah, you guys both got 1. So Notre Dame. I don't know. I fucked up. So it's Notre Dame, Oklahoma, and Ohio State. So, like.
We both got 1, right?
Yeah, tiebreaker, bitch.
Tiebreaker. Right. So do we want to just move on to final? I have baseball questions. There's 3 of them.
Just do the.
Want me to do baseball for 500?
We can do baseball.
Yeah, do the 500 question.
Okay. What team was involved in the scandal of stealing the pitching signs by
Houston Astros.
I really wasn't even paying attention because I just got the dumbest text in my life.
So
let's go.
It is now 300 to 0.
Okay.
Okay, so I can I have 400, 300, 200, 100.
How do I wager $0?
So I think you can wager up to 1,000.
Okay.
So if we can move into Final Jeopardy. This is my own question, so it's kind of hard and it's not related to sports.
Hold on. You know what we should do? Get your
dude's about to ask us what the fuck happened at the creation of man or something.
Get your fucking shit out and mark it up.
Yeah. You got to tell me how many points. Carl, you have up to 300 points you can wager. And Garrett, since you have 0 points, I will let you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I don't know how to do. I don't watch.
I don't watch fucking Jeopardy either.
Up to 600 as well, or up to. How does that work? I can't math.
We should be able to wager the same amount.
Okay, up to 300.
Because then, like, all you'd have to do is not wager anything, and I get it wrong and I lose.
Okay, up to 300 points.
Okay.
So
I'm writing down what I wagered.
Just be honest about it since I have your phone. Okay, are you ready?
Do we both answer this? Like
so
Final Jeopardy? Because that's how it works.
Yeah, you need to, like, write it down, and then you need to, like, as he shows me, just say your answer out loud. Okay. So this is from a 2012 poll by Britain's National Army. Cool. Okay? This man was born in 1732, and they voted him the nation's greatest military enemy. He was born in 1732, and it was voted on by Great Britain.
What the fuck kind of question is
What's
that?
the question there? Who is it?
Who is the man? Yeah.
He was born in Great Britain in 1732.
I did not say he was born in Great Britain. He was just born in 1732. So that gives you a time
Great
frame.
Britain
And
labeled him
as the greatest enemy. The nation's greatest military enemy. I told you it wasn't
1732?
1732.
Oh, I already know the answer.
Okay. As soon as G is ready.
Let's go.
Okay. Soon as you turn your phone.
You said Carl had to go first. I'm scared.
Okay, but just hands up at least.
All right.
Okay.
Hands up.
It's George Washington.
Woo-hoo, ding, ding, ding.
Georgie Dub for
Oh,
300.
for
300. Zoom in.
See, he kind of confused me when he said,
Not
like,
yeah.
I thought he was born in Britain. I'm like, who the
was
fuck
British.
was born in
I know,
Britain?
I read it kind of weird because it's weird on here.
What'd you wager, dog?
300.
Okay, I fucking lost.
Damn.
Fuck.
So it looks like Big G baby is going to be wearing a Cleveland Browns jersey.
You should have to wear a Steelers jersey for fucking knucking Barl up when you down your team.
Yeah, but that's
He
like
said, your team sucks. You like, hell yeah, they do.
I can't fuck with y'all. No, don't.
He almost did it.
He almost did it again. Love you. He's like Corey and Trevor, like, put your fucking hands
Fucking
down.
hands down,
Hands
boys.
down, boys.
That's all we got
That's all we
today.
got. Great
I'm going to
episode.
miss recording every Tuesday, but when I come back, I'll be Daddy Barrow.
We're
Daddy
gonna
Barrow.
hold it down, and I mean that's what the group.
Go ahead and give you an
an.
on-air congratulations,
Yeah,
guys. and
congrats.
hopefully,
Thanks,
everything goes
thanks.
smooth. Can't wait to meet her.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right,
for listening.
love you. Bye
See ya.
bye.